The morning after the last leak vanished, a new file appeared, only for 32 minutes. Its title: Lantern 17, Reignite. No one knew who uploaded it, but those who downloaded the fragments swore they heard breathing between the static and a single phrase whispered twice, "He's awake." The file contained grainy hospital footage, timestamped 2 hours after Yu Menglong's official time of death. In it, a figure lay on a gurney, face half obscured by gauze. A nurse adjusted the then froze, looking straight into the camera. She mouthed something no one could hear, then switched off the monitor. Frame-by-frame analysis later revealed what her lips formed. They moved him. That clip reignited the fire. Journalist Qin Yuyen, presumed dead, returned to the net under a new alias, Echo Zero. She began dropping encrypted notes in hidden corners of the web. Each message contained coordinates, each pointing to locations linked with the 16 names from Project Lantern. The last coordinate pointed not to a building, but to a storage container sitting in an abandoned shipping yard outside Qingdao. Inside the container was a single object, an old television, plugged into nothing, yet flickering with the image of a candle burning in an empty room. Across the bottom of the screen, words scrolled in trembling text: "Truth sleeps under glass. Wake the light." Investigators replayed the video 100 times before noticing the reflection on the candle holder, an eye, bloodshot, unblinking. A man calling himself the archivist contacted an independent outlet in Seoul. He claimed to have once been a technician at Huayuan General Hospital. His message arrived as a voice recording. "They erased everything from the servers, but not from my head. Yu Menglong didn't die. He was transferred to a private wing called Ward 17. The people who guarded that door wore no uniforms. They were waiting for him to wake up." The outlet tried to verify the voice, but the reporter disappeared 2 days later. A month passed before another digital anomaly appeared, emails sent from Yu Menglong's own account. Each contained a single photograph, a wall covered in mirrors, every mirror reflecting a different date. The last photo showed a handprint smeared in red, beside the words "Observer found." Online analysts debated the meaning for weeks. Some said Observer referred to Qin Yuyen. Others believed it was Yu Menglong himself, alive but imprisoned, recording from inside Ward 17. Then came the Hongqiao incident. Airport security cameras captured a woman running barefoot through the terminal at 3 a.m., clutching a hard drive. She screamed, "It's all here. The lantern lives," before collapsing near the departure gate. The footage was deleted from every system, but a security guard leaked a single frame, a blood-streaked hand gripping a drive labeled R17. That same night, power flickered across Shanghai. For 11 minutes, the city plunged into darkness. When the lights returned, LED billboards across 3 districts glitched simultaneously, displaying the same phrase in white letters: "Wake the light." Authorities blamed a software malfunction, but digital forensics found that the code injection originated from the same server that had once hosted Remember 17. The Observer was still inside the system. Whispers spread that Lantern 17, Reignite, had a second half, an encrypted sequence of frames that, when assembled, revealed the coordinates of a hidden facility buried beneath the outskirts of Hangzhou. Conspiracy or not, drone footage confirmed the existence of a sealed compound, its perimeter guarded by private contractors. One drone captured a fleeting image through a skylight, a white room filled with oxygen tanks, heart monitors, and a single figure lying motionless under glass. The image went viral before vanishing. But those who saw it remember the same thing: the reflection on the glass wasn't the man inside, but the person filming. By late summer, Qin Yuyen's alias disappeared again. In her final message, she wrote, "They know I'm close. If this is the last echo, remember, truth is photosensitive. It burns in exposure." 3 hours later, her account went silent. Yet 2 days after that, a new video surfaced from an anonymous source. It showed a city intersection at dawn, filmed from a rooftop. The camera panned slowly until it focused on a single streetlight flickering against the gray sky. Beneath it stood a man wearing a hospital bracelet, staring straight into the lens. No one could confirm his identity, but the bracelet bore the code 17-04Y.M. Since then, servers hosting any mention of Project Lantern have been systematically wiped. Cloud backups corrupted. Forums erased. But for every deletion, another mirror site appears, each one containing the same line of text, looping endlessly on a black screen. You can silence a name, but not the truth. Digital analysts traced the repetition to a cluster of anonymous nodes, 16 of them, arranged in a perfect circle. When visualized on a map, the pattern formed the outline of a lantern. In its center glowed a 17th point pulsing faintly, like a heartbeat. No one knows what happens when the light stops pulsing. Some say it's counting down to the moment the real files surface. Others believe it's already too late, that the system is feeding itself, replaying fragments of a man who refused to disappear. But sometimes, late at night, users claim to hear an extra sound beneath the looping phrase, a soft exhale, a voice faint but steady, whispering through the static. "I told you I'd wake the light." And then, silence. No one remembers the exact hour when the story began to shift from rumor to revelation. It might have been the moment the CCTV feed flickered for 12 seconds in the hospital hallway. Or maybe it was when a nurse whispered, "He's not supposed to still be alive." Either way, those 12 seconds changed everything. When actor Yu Menglong was declared dead, the official line was simple: sudden cardiac arrest, following exhaustion. Yet inside the dim corridors of Huayuan General Hospital, the truth had another shape, one carved from fear, erased records, and 16 names scattered across a document titled Project Lantern. The file surfaced 2 weeks after his cremation. It didn't arrive through a journalist or a whistleblower, it was uploaded anonymously to a cloud server named Remember 17. Inside were time-stamped video logs, payment receipts, and a voice memo with 5 chilling words: "They know I found it." The memo was signed, YM. The recording spread through encrypted chat rooms like wildfire. At first, people dismissed it as another internet hoax. But then came the names, 16 of them, each connected to a piece of a hidden empire Yu Menglong had been quietly investigating: financiers, producers, doctors, and officers whose paths were never meant to cross. There was Lin Xiaoguang, a hospital director with 19 sealed malpractice files. Mei Han, a producer who funded a film studio that didn't exist. Dr. Luo Cheng, Yu's personal physician, who signed off on all 17 hospital admissions. Captain Wei Rong, head of a special police division no one could find records for. Liang Fei, a banker tied to shell company accounts. The rest, ghost names that appeared in government archives and vanished days later. It wasn't the names themselves that shocked people, it was the pattern. Each one connected through something Yu Menglong had been filming months before, a secret documentary titled Echoes of Glass. Hidden inside his laptop, the footage showed abandoned studios, shredded contracts, and faceless whistleblowers. In one clip, Yu's voice spoke off camera: "If this airs, it'll burn them all. But if it doesn't, it'll bury me." Those words weren't prophecy. They were a countdown. When investigators later traced the origins of his footage, the trail ended at a derelict office in Pudong, Shanghai, registered under Lantern Media Holdings, dissolved 2 days after Yu's death. 16 board members. 16 names. Everyone listed in Project Lantern. Hospital staff later confirmed Yu Menglong had been admitted 17 times in 48 hours, each time under a different alias. He was panicking, one orderly recalled. He said someone had injected something into him. He said his blood wasn't his own anymore. At 3:41 a.m., CCTV caught him trying to leave through the emergency exit. A nurse ran after him, pleading, "You don't understand. You've seen what you shouldn't." Yu turned back, eyes hollow. "Then why am I still breathing?" 12 seconds later, the feed cut out. When it resumed, he was gone. Weeks passed with no statement, no official inquiry. Social media wiped every mention of the leaked file. But a journalist named Qin Yuyan, writing for a small digital outlet in Chengdu, claimed she had access to the original Project Lantern documents. Her article described money flowing from illegal syndicates through medical research fronts and film companies, then looping into offshore accounts. She alleged that Yu Menglong discovered the pattern while investigating missing production funds. Her report was deleted within hours. Chen's accounts vanished, but screenshots survived, including a photo of a whiteboard with 16 initials in red ink and Yu's handwriting beneath: "Lantern burns brightest before it dies." A street vendor named Zhao Feng later claimed he saw 4 men in suits carry a stretcher into Huayuan Hospital that night. 10 minutes later, they came out empty-handed. He was paid to stay silent. Instead, he mailed the cash to a blogger with the words "for his silence" scrawled across the bills. The serial numbers traced back to one of Lantern's shell banks. Every few months, new fragments resurface, USB drives, deleted live streams, whispers of footage no one can trace. In one leaked clip, Yu sits in a hotel room, voice trembling, "If anything happens to me, find the ones who sign in red." On the table beside him lies a sheet with 6 red signatures, the first 6 from the Lantern list. The other 10 were never found. Public records now show that all 16 individuals have vanished. Some retired, others relocated abroad. Their companies dissolved, their assets frozen. Yet within the Project Lantern file, investigators uncovered a 17th entry, blank, labeled Only Observer. Its timestamp matched the upload of Remember 17. Whoever the observer was, they were still alive. Months later, a shortwave operator intercepted a strange broadcast, 7 tones repeating in rhythm. When decoded, it revealed the phrase, "Truth sleeps under glass. Wake the light." Fans called it the Lantern Code. Theories spread fast. Some said glass referred to hospital windows, others believed it symbolized the fragility of fame, shattered by what it reflects. Then came another leak, a short script draft found in the archives of Lantern Media, dated 2 weeks before Yu's death. Title: Silenced for the Truth. Author: Yu Menglong. The story described an actor betrayed by 16 allies after uncovering their corruption. In the final scene, the protagonist whispers, "If my voice fades, let the echoes speak." It wasn't fiction. It was a warning. The mystery has never died, only grown quieter. Every time someone tries to reopen the investigation, servers crash. Journalists receive messages that say, "Remember the glass." Some believe Yu is alive, hidden under a new identity. Others think the observer is Chen Yuyen, still leaking from the shadows. But one thing refuses to fade. Every time Project Lantern resurfaces, another file disappears, another account vanishes, another truth is buried. Yet even in the silence, something glows, faint, persistent, unkillable. They tried to bury a man. Instead, they planted a warning. And somewhere, deep in the endless static of the internet, a voice whispers once more, calm, defiant, and unbroken. You can silence a name, but not the truth.